Yahoo, Prof here, and we're going to have a quick one for you. It's not going to be the second Lee TU-150. Why a second one, you ask? Well, they only sell them with the glass side panel, and I want dual solid side panels. Also, I want to get the front modified with a vent and a filter. So, bought a second one used. Gonna take the other side panel, flip it over here, and send out the better of the two front panels as a to get modified by one of the case modifiers out there. No, what we're here for is this guy right here. This is a Vortex box that shipped in, I do believe, direct from China. It's not like, oh, what is that? My chair refinished? Looking beautiful. Still breaking it in a little bit because it's a little grippier than it was originally, but I love how it turned out. Got my cup holders. I actually like the shorter arms. The legs go perfectly to right there on me, so you don't get like the heel thing. It rocks. See, rock, and then the angle when you lean back, as I trip on my sandals, can adjust too. Like it's not just stuck in one position, and then when you lean back, it gets back further. No, that slides. I gotta work that part in because I think this. I noticed this when I just sat down too. This new fabric's a bit grippier than, say, something like this. A little bit. It's got a bit more shine to it. Get this pack and slip out of here. But Vortex, Taipei, Taiwan, not China. What do we have here? We have the final fixed Tuck HD Smooth edition in the really nice orange. Took 3 of these to get one that's right. But man, is it right. And I love the new clip. That tapered design. You'll see that in like flashlights and knives and stuff like that. I really think it goes with, they also had this in like a hunter green sort of color. Okay, so what do we got here? Vortex. It's a space gray tankulus ANSI 625. Now, this is probably the least unique version of this, but for me, that's what I wanted because most keycaps and sets will fit it with still having the look and the vibe. Also, if I were to actually use this in tankulus, 60% is my jazz guys, right? You should know that by now. They knocked it out of the fucking park with the box. Holy shit. I'm probably going to keep this outer because it's a double cardboard outer box, so even when it took this hit here, you can't even tell on the inside. Look, hit, nothing. So I kept the original outer box as well to keep my KBT RE in mint condition as well. The one thing that I didn't order for this, and I should have, is the oh, there's King Arthur James. Who are you stalking? King Arthur. Oh, is that Paisley Marie? Hey, Paisley. Is there a new kitten? She was in quarantine for a week before we could get her tested for everything. There, kitten? Cat. You used to be the kitten, King Arthur, right? But now you're a big boy cat. Hey, you tell everybody, I'm the big boy cat now. Yeah. You really filled out? Alright, let's just opening that up. Perfectly IBM. Sadly, as it says here, it's a kit. Now, King Arthur, you're in my box. Dude, you're right inside the box. You're gonna fall off, dude. Now, why do I say it's kind of a... Don't wreck this one, dude. I need to keep this one. Fuzzy sandals. Even these are not warm enough anymore. Whew. That drop from 50 to 40, not too shabby. That drop from 30 to 20, very shabby. Yeah, that's not your box, just so you know. I get that one back. I kept this one, too, from the Corsair M75. It's also another dual ply. I may keep the box for the M75 in there. That one's not as iconic or anything as this, though. So I also may not. But, and why is it a bummer that I say that it's a bummer that it's a kit? Well, with how everything is around here and work and life and all that sort of stuff, it is rather nice to be able to just crack a thing open and use it. Especially when I use my main implement for working is a keyboard and a mouse. So if I could just crack this open, there you go, Space Gray Tankulus ANSI 6.25, I could, this look is beautiful. Hopefully you got my reaction to cracking that box open. Looked perfect. Time to get the pizza out. Well, actually, it's a cheese dipper. You guys haven't had a cheese dipper before. Alright, so I really wonder how much of a kit this really is. Like, is it already built and I gotta snap some switches in? Because that's what people call a kit nowadays. Or is it something I truly have to build? The page for this isn't up anymore because it's taken so freaking long. Apparently, Vortex's PCB manufacturer was giving them issues. Oh, it comes with a case! No wonder I didn't buy a case. Because I saw, like, when I was trying to look up stuff for this, that they offered a case for it. And I'm like, oh, why wouldn't I buy a case for something like this? Like, this is definitely something that I love all of their retro-inspired keyboards, right? This is definitely something, because I know I'm a 60% guy that I'm not going to be using daily. So I would want to keep it, you know, in perfect condition. Okay, so it's definitely not assembled. That right there is either a USB cable or RGB. There's a plate back there. There's foam or rubber back there. Screws and an Allen key. And strapped in like a little baby. We should have just the milled shell here. Yeah, this is empty, I can tell. You guys haven't seen my initial impression. Let's get the ultra wide out. I'm so happy I got it in the space gray. Looks so metallic. And not in like a anodized aluminum way. Here, it's like standardized silver anodized aluminum. It's got a little bit like a more blue of a tinge to it. Like more silver. So you can go to the main shooter. It's got better color. You can see the color difference there. Like that's your standard aluminum on the back of that surface. I find it interesting how they have the angle of the Model M there, because the PCB on a Cherry Max board can't be angled unless it's a separate PCB for that upper area, which would be kind of crazy. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I just picked it up because I really like their retro-inspired builds. And this one looks so perfect. They do make a closer replica to what would originally be there on the IBM boards that I will swap out on mine. It doesn't say IBM. They can't knock it off that much, but it definitely is inspired the correct way. So what I need to know from you guys, though, is what set of keycaps do I put on here? Like, what set of keycaps would you want on your Model M that's 6.25 to So any modern GM case set that I don't want to have to try and track down something super special, but I mean, if you guys think it'll look good. Also, which switches would you go with? I don't know. Normally I say I don't like reds, but then I'm typing on this the brain work. I can literally go and show you. I don't know why my brain is not working. Right here. It's the Happy Hacking keyboard. Kind of not really a knockoff per se. But I'm trying to remember. Usually this company is like a lower end company. Of course, it's not even on the bottom. It's over here. There's the model 60% Model F. Turned out super nice in my opinion. Should be using that more. Ended up using that a lot though, and that's reds, because I would not buy it in browns. And they're like speed reds too, not silent reds. The Vortex is the one I got right now. Of course, does this not even say anything on it? Keychron. There you go. Keychron Q60. They are down if you want the matching keycaps that are happy, like the retro-inspired Happy Hacking keyboard keycaps. They're down to just browns left, and I think less than 10. They will not be making more, because I did that as a one-off group buy. I didn't even know about it. I looked out that they had some left. I would have preferred blues. Clears are my preferred. Clears, and specifically Ergo Clears, if available, are my preferred switches. But those speed reds I actually got used to typing on, surprisingly. It works really well. So I do have the Gateron V2, like with the spring that's too long and semi-compressed, that really like kind of goes after the original gold springs. Those are the yellow switches. I forget what they call them, but they're like gold V2. They're the cheaper ones. Or I have the Box Royal crystals or whatever. Those are from the review of that 60% board I did that kind of came out of nowhere. Maybe Box Royals in here. Let me know what you guys think. Usually I like a more tactile switch. Heavier is fine. I was just surprised at how much I like those Gateron Pro Speed Reds or whatever they are. I did already kill one though. My S key died. Swapped it out for Escape, and they did send a 5-pack of replacements. But I've never killed a keyboard switch that quick, I don't think, if it was mechanical. But this casing looks gorgeous. Yeah, and looking at the plate here, that's not a hot swap plate. So whatever I build in here is going to get built in here. What they did show off, though, that I'm even more pumped for, is they did a variant on this that's a 60%. Chef's Kiss. Chef's Kiss. They're also doing a 60% KBT-RE. What's coming before that, and I have ordered through mechanicalkeyboards.com. Check out Mike the Manic Geek. He's been on the channel before. He has a code. I have no idea what it is. It might just be like the Manic Geek or something. I ordered my M0110, which is the Apple keyboard, which is natively a 60%. Very, very similar to the Happy Hacking keyboard. Through his code with Mechanical Keyboards. So that'll be on the way. And that one comes built. I don't know if it's aluminum like that thing is or not. I was very surprised that the Model M's were not going to be built for whatever reason. Whereas all the other retro boards are at least available to be ordered built, if not only available in that way. Unless, I think you can pre-order some bare bones, but yeah, so I'm build quality on this so far looks really nice. All the bits and bobs are up top. This does look like a full build, so we're gonna have to do some planning. And really make sure I have everything I need before I even start, because in order to do that, for those wondering, There's my soldering workbench. Oof. So yeah, I need to fix that speaker first, and open some Pokemon cards, I guess, and clean that off so I can solder, if I have to solder. Or at least all my keyboard stuff's over there too, so even if I don't have to solder, it'll make life a heck of a lot easier. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed that preview of the Vortex Model M SSK remake. It is Cherry Max, not buckling spring, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody remake the Model M with that same look to it. Even the Model F remakes in the Model M bodies, I don't think have a casing that looks that chef's kiss good. So leave me comments down below on what you think I should throw in here, and what you think would look good with that space gray case. Personally, I thought silver, black, blue, and then they had the blue, which is from the industrial blue. Not a huge fan of that. I like blue as an accent, not as the main color. If you noticed on my Model F, I have some industrial blue keys on it. But as a whole keyboard, that was the one for me. A little bit darker than your silver, which is just your, like your surface there. Or really any other just anodized aluminum standard, like clear anodized that you see. Just a little dash, a little bit of blue tinge, a little bit shinier. Got to find a set of keycaps that make it pop, and something that types real nice on it. So hopefully we'll see you in the follow-up video. Hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm at TheProfosist, and we'll see you over on any of the social media and their Discord. Have a good one. Peace.